Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, NBA Straya, how are you going? How you going? Are you right? You should be. Why is that, Jim? Well, it's Thursday, April 24, and that means your week's done because it's Anzac Day tomorrow. Everybody else but your mate Jim gets a day off in honour of the Diggers. Isn't that nice? But I'll tell you what, a 3-day week is awesome if you're everybody else but me who's been working. I did Sunday. I'm going to do 6 days. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm your host, James Clements, here in a slightly rejigged Larry Armour Studios. If you're watching on the YouTube, that's right, YouTube apparently, your mate Jim is standing up. I'm having a good time. I need to be more animated. I just get so bloody just you're sitting down. So, go check it out. Jump in the comments. Tell me what you reckon. I'm going to keep moving it around and see how we go. But either way, today we've got 3 more Game 2s. We got the Clutch Player of the Year announced. That was fun. And we got a big injury in the Golden State Houston game, which, tell you what, if it's what we might think it could be, that could be all she wrote. Anyway, we've got the NBA Australia game wraps for those games. We've got That's Not a Knife, Old Mate, No Mate, Spud of the Night, Better Than Lonzo, Ball. We've got some listener yeah-nahs. Got some good ones. The Unpopular Opinion of the Day, and Outback Takehouse, where we're serving up a foreign girl take. There is also a great moment in NBA Australia state history. It's Kiwi Korner Thursday as well. And then we'll pick and preview all the games tomorrow. These games tomorrow are absolute crackers, so that'll be pretty bloody fun. And we keep going 2 or 3 on all of our picks. I keep just galaxy braining the other one. Anyway, the very brief NBA Australian playoff should be in there as well. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 1254 of NBA Australia. This is the BBC. Let's go!
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gaze.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Dyson Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
Hi, this is Ryan Brockhoff.
This is Miss Creek. This is Mick Kay.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening and watching NBA Straya.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the Shaq attack.
Wow, you better. I mean, especially if you're that porta potty that they put in the studio for Shaq. Because remember a couple of days ago, he shit himself on live TV. Classic Shaq. I mean, here we are. Anyway, we always knew that he talks shit, but he's literally shitting himself on TV. Hey, let's start today's show the way we start every show here at NBA Show with the Daily. It's a whip around, is it, Jim? Yep, it really is. And I'll tell you what, we're flying a bit weird today because I don't have the headphones on. We've tried the new setup in the studio, so go check it out. Tell us what you reckon. It's kind of fun. Hey, the Clutch Player of the Year was announced. Did you know that was coming? No, but I did finally check and figure out when they're announcing some of these other awards. Guess what? Defensive Player of the Year is tomorrow. Who knew? Anyway, Jalen Brunson won Clutch Player of the Year. That sound you heard was everybody going, oh yeah, sure. He smashed in the voting as well. He averaged an NBA high. Look, and this is the stupidest part about this award. It's like this weird voting thing, but there's quite literally empirical evidence to go, who was the best clutch player this year? Who scored the most? And you're like, well, it was Jalen Brunson. It's like, well, let's give him the award. It's like, this is just fucking stupid. Yes. He averaged 5.6 points, shot over 51% from the floor in clutch situations, which is the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter overtime when the score's within 5 points. I mean, to be honest, it puts the Knicks season into an interesting light. It's like, why were you in so many clutch situations, Knicks, that Jalen Brunson had to dig you out? And he's like, oh, because we weren't actually that good, Jim. You're like, okay. They played 28 clutch games with Brunson, did the Knickerbockers. They went 17-11, though. That's not bad. So you might remember the other blokes who were up for this award. You really don't, do you? It's the stupidest award of the awards that we have. But Brunson got 70 first-place votes because they all went, hey, who scored the most points in the clutch? Well, who averaged the most points in the clutch? I think he actually had the second most total. But Jokic comes second with 26 first-place votes. And Ant-Man has 2 first-place votes. That'd be the 2 voters in Minnesota, no doubt. So good job by Jalen Brunson. Anyway, I don't really care because all I care about is Defensive Player of the Year, which is tomorrow. I can't bloody wait. Let's go, Dyson Daniels. Come on! I don't think he's going to win it, but it'd be awesome if he did. Other little bits and bobs. Troy Weaver. You might remember him. OKC, Washington, bunch of other places. He's been hired as the senior vice president of basketball ops, who will report to the executive vice president, junior vice president of basketball ops, which is Joe Dumas. So that's smart. Joe Dumas just getting smart dudes, I guess, in there. Troy Weaver. Interesting run in Washington. The other little bit of bits and bobs of news were that Jason Tatum was obviously out for game 2 with the bone bruise in his wrist. They left it to the very last minute. Did the Celtics just to see what would happen. They still won, which is what I said, I think, on yesterday's show, or at least on this morning's video where we did the playoffs in a minute. And yeah, they were kind of fine because Jaylen Brown's still really good. And the other one that popped up was Ja Morant. Remember how he was in court for like, I don't know, punching a kid? I mean, as a, hashtag dad Straya, the one thing you just don't do is punch a kid. Like, it doesn't matter how annoying their mates are and just all that sort of stuff. You just can't hit them. Like, that's kind of the rule. Don't punch kids. And Ja Morant's like, fucking come here. Bang! Gives him the old 1-2 Costa Zoo. It's still hilarious because it was like at his house during a pickup game. Anyway, basically the judge dismissed the lawsuit. Morant acted in self-defense, all that sort of stuff. And he was also immune from civil liability. So that's pretty interesting. Right. It's really not interesting. I'm just surprised Ja Morant didn't shoot the dude. He's like, you know what? I acted in self-defense, and to my credit, Judge, I could have shot him. I wanted to. I've got like 80 million guns there and some grenades. I could probably have just taken out my bazooka and given the old... Anyway, so self-restraint from Ja Morant was actually shown, I reckon. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's do some game wraps. Game wraps. From today, we had the 3 game 2s, as mentioned. Orlando, Boston. It just fucking sucks to watch this Orlando team without Jalen Suggs and without, oh, that's right, the thing that Jim's been screaming about all bloody year, not having a point guard. Jesus, it's annoying. They're so shit. Paolo's awesome. Franz is pretty good at these points. The rest of that team fucking sucks because they've got no fucking point guard. Anyway, the Celtics, I think, shot 28% in the first quarter and still led. Well, that's how bad the Magic were. But the thing is, like, the Magic are good enough to stay in these games, and that's why I picked the Magic yesterday. Nailed the pick. Plus 10.5. They lose by 9. Nailed it. But still, this simple idea of, like, being able to get your best players the ball in their best spots without having to do all the work themselves would seemingly be interesting because their defense is good enough to fight back in these games, but then their offense just completely falls off a cliff. Like, they go on a little run, stop scoring for like 5 minutes. And you're like, this is just brutal. Wendell got to work inside, which is pretty smart, up against Kristaps Porzingis, who was the extreme zinger meal.
Extreme zinger meal.
There you go. The extreme zinger meal just goes the old wha-bang. And you're like, that's pretty neat. He loses his unicorn horn in a, stash with Goga. Finally, Georgia versus Latvia, the fight we've always wanted. But anyway, like the zinger gets roasted at the halftime. He's a supercharged zinger burger at that point.
Supercharged zinger burger.
Because he's, as Chuck kept saying, 7'5" and you're launching threes. It's like, yeah, they don't have anyone who can really stop him. And that sort of ended up being true. But still, Wendell got to work inside. It was pretty smart. It was 50-47 after the first half. Paolo and Franz were doing all the heavy lifting. Wendell had done something. Zinger was really good. Jaylen Brown had 14 at the half, and you're like, this isn't bad. And I don't know, just having the Zinger feeling pretty good about himself kind of frees up Boston a little bit. Boston get going in the third quarter. They're up 10 in the blink of an eye. At that point, the Magic with 3 of 17. KCP just can't fucking buy a bucket. Boston, something goes missing. Orlando hit a 3. It's a 5-point game. Boom, after a timeout. 9 straight Celtic point. They're back up 14, right? And their momentum has just been straight killed.
So he got straight killed.
And you're just like, Orlando is so pathetic on offense that it just... There's a Paolo and 1 at the end of the third quarter. Gets it back down to 10 points. It's 81-71. And the Magic is still sticking with him. And this is the problem. They just can't get fucking close. And it's like, oh, geez, imagine if they had like a water bug score off the bench and Cole Anthony's like, I've played 5 minutes and I haven't come back in. What the fuck? Frustrating, I'll tell you. Wagner is like scoring twos when they're down 13 with like a minute to go. Like that just sort of sums up the Magic, right? They just can't do anything. Derek White scored 8 straight points there in the middle of the fourth quarter, put the game to bed, and it was all over Red Rover. The Magic end up 7 of 29 from downtown, 0 of 4 from 3 from their bench. Like, what are you doing? They got out-rebounded by 12, 46-34. Paolo was fan-fucking-tastic. 32, 9, and 7. Absolutely crushed it. 12 of 25 from the floor. And it's like, with this team, the way that they score is so labor-intensive. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Between Paolo, who has 32, Franz, who has 25, Wendell gets 16 and 8 just on, like, sheer guts and determination and just, like, putbacks, just working hard. And then no one else did shit. Like, Anthony Black was solid. He had 11, but fucking hell. KCP, Spud. Ice Cole Anthony played 5 minutes, sputtered up. His coach has just lost complete faith in him. It's like, that feels like the dude that you should be riding with. What are you doing? Goga had 2 points. Like, what? Johnny Isaac went MIA again in classic Johnny Isaac fashion. Anyway, they got smoked because Jalen Brown had 36. He was awesome. 5 of 7 from downtown. His knee looks pretty good. The Extreme Zinger Meal, that's right. He was a supercharged Zinger Burger today.
Supercharged Zinger Burger.
20 and 10 despite the 0 of 5 from downtown. Loses his horn. He's bleeding everywhere. Everyone's cheering. That was pretty good. Derek White had 17, 6, and 5. Horford had 9 and 10. But like the fact that, what was it, like Zinger, JB, and Horford all had 10 rebounds. It's like they almost out-rebounded the fucking Magic with those 3 dudes. It's absurd. Giroux had 11 points and a dunk. He doesn't do that much anymore. That was pretty cool. And you had Peyton drop 14 points too. Anyway, Boston smash them. They go up 2-0. This was never in doubt. Miami-Cleveland, this was a bit more in doubt. Because Cleveland was smashing them. They end up winning 121-112. But Jim, that's a 9-point win. It's like, yeah. It got fucking squirrely down the stretch. Only a 2-point game at 1 point. My lord, great start for Miami as well. They got off to a flyer. They start Davion Mitchell over Alec Burks. Could have told you that. I could be an NBA coach too. That juiced him up. Got out to a nice little lead there early. And then the Cavs just went fishing. Just slowly reeled him in. The defense clicked in. The size was there. They got up 25-21 pretty bloody quickly, didn't they? 18-5 run. 25-24 after 1 quarter. And then the second quarter, the Cavs just go whoopang. You had the DeAndre Hannah and Sam Merrill threes. It was a 35-14 run at 1 point. And he was like, Jesus, the Heat's turnovers were brutal. You had Mitchell hitting threes. Jared Allen go the throw. Jared Allen inside. Strus hitting a fucking 3 off a full court pass from Mitchell was very, very nice. And boom, it was like, what? I think that point they were 13 of 20 from downtown with the Cavs. That's pretty good. Just saying. 68-51 at the half. They'd made 14 threes by then. They had it under control. And then in the fourth, Davion Mitchell goes, hang on a second. Fuck that bloke Donovan. Check this out. Gives him the old, check this out. 11-1 run with 4 minutes left. It's like super close. It's a 4-point game. They score again. It's a 103-101 game. The Cavs are suddenly shitting themselves. You know, what the fuck just happened? But then Donnie Mitchell goes, hang on a second, I'm the best Mitchell here. Check this out. Whoop. Hit some more threes. They hold it, and just settle and smash it away and win the game. So it was a very, heartening sort of win in the end for Cleveland, knowing that they can take a punch, come back, and actually just fucking cruise to the win no matter what. I'd also not want to get in the situation when you're taking the fucking punch in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So how about we just don't do that? Could we just kick the fuck out of him and go home? Hero, there goes my hero. He had 33, 6, and 5 on 14 and 24. Davion Mitchell was fantastic again, 18 and 6. Bam, had 11, 14, and 9. Almost the triple-double. Wigo had 10 points. Highsmith had 17 off the bench. He was very handy. Jovic could not hit a shot. He was 1 of 8 from downtown. He had 11 points, 4 of 12 overall, but jeez. Cleveland at least had 36 and 6 from Donnie Mitchell. He was fantastic, especially down the stretch. He had 20 second half points. He crushed it. Darius Rucker, Judy Garland had 21 and 9. 20 and 6 for Mobley. Strus had 14. He hit 4 threes. Hannah had 12 off the bench. Sam Merrill hit a couple of threes. My beloved Ty Jerome, 6 points in 23 minutes. He went 2 of 8. He had some really nice looks and just missed them. So anyway, Cavs go up 2-zip. And then the big one, Golden State, Houston 109. The Rockets beat the Warriors 94. And the big one coming out of this is Jimmy Butler hurting his bum. What is it with this Warriors team and pelvic contusions? I.e., I fell on my bum and it hurts. And you're like, Jesus, what is going on, man? It's not great. So it's like, what, a couple of minutes left in the first quarter? It looked brutal. You're like, that fucking hurt. Look, I don't know. If you've got squids as well, I don't know, the squid the baby, he's a lunatic, right? He's like, what's that? I'm going to jump off it. You're like, Jesus, bro, can you just fucking settle down? He'll fall off a couch as soon as look at it. And when he hits, you're like, oh, God, fucking bang. And you're like, and he bounces up because he's 2. And he's just like, I didn't hit my head. And you're like, you sure? Jimmy Butler hit like a fucking sack of spuds and it looked like it all fucking hurt. It was brutal. And, I mean, you do wonder what would have happened in this game if he hadn't have gone down because it was getting chippy. It was really fucking fraught. It was a really interesting game. And the Rockets sort of just put the burners on. They're up 10 after the first quarter. They're up 20 in the second quarter to the point where Pat Spencer was out there and was leading the Warriors in scoring. You're like, what the fuck? Still up 14 at the half. What was it? Steph finally hit a couple of shots at the end of the quarter to go to 11 points, but they just kept going. Kuminga hit a 3. Tari Eason got another bucket. They're still up 15. And then a couple of bad shots, and the Rockets are like just suddenly losing their cool again. There's another bit of a fracas between Fred VanVleet, the fighting Van Vliets, and your man Draymond Green. Green gets slapped with a tech at one point. He goes down. He gets a fucking tech foul, or flagrant rather, on Jalen Green for a bullshit flop and has a bit of a sook. But then they're still up 16 at the end of the third quarter. Suddenly, the Warriors are back in it to the point where they're up 20. And the Warriors are like, fuck, should we take Steph and Draymond out and just sit them for game 3? A bucket from Amen Thompson. Warriors keep missing, and then Jalen Green hits this huge 3 to get them back up 16 points, and it's basically over from then. They cruise to the win. This was a really important Jalen Green game. How do you mean, Jim? Well, so many times he's like this fucking trick or treat. Oh, look, I'm on today. Boom. And then you saw in game 1, it's like, I'm completely off today and I'm a detriment to my team. You got the good game today. Can you keep that running against this Warriors team that without Jimmy Butler could be in a lot of fucking trouble? And to have that confidence of being able to do this shit in the playoffs should be massive for Jalen Green. Because just imagine the doubt that you would have had after game 1. You're like, fucking hell, am I good at basketball? What the shit just happened, man? Now I think he's kind of like, all right, we're kind of cruising. I'm good. I can score on all of these dudes. Let's fucking go. I think this is a big, this should be, rather, a big moment for Jalen Green. God, he was good. Steph finishes with 20 points and 9 assists, but 6 turnovers as well. Classic Steph, 4 of 9 from deep. Draymond, 8, 5, and 1. Classic. 2 of 6 shooting. Just, I don't know, 8 different flops as well. Podziemski was sick. He had 14 very ineffective minutes. They played Kuminga. That's how bad they were today. They lose Jimmy Buckets. Podziemski's out. Steve Kerr's like, fuck, I have to play Jonathan Kuminga. Ugh. And all Kuminga did was actually play pretty well. For 26 minutes, he was a -3 in a game they lost by 15. Just saying, I think he's okay. He had 11 points, 4 of 12 shooting. Not great there, but at least it gives him a bit of hustle. A little bit of extra size on the perimeter at least. 12 points for Quentin Post because he hit 4 threes, but whatever. They went 17 of 43 from downtown, did the Warriors, and that was the only thing it felt like that kept them in it. So, yeah, not great. Moses Moody hit 3. Moses Moody. He had 12 points. But the Rockets, 38, 4, and 6 for Jalen Green was huge. LB Şengün, 17, 16, and 7. He was unreal. He's not going to take any of Draymond's shit. I love that about him. Dylan Brooks had 16 because he's like, fuck it, I'm still Dylan Brooks. 11 and 3 for Amen Thompson. 14 for Tari Eason. He was huge. He kept them going early. Awesome game. Fred VanVleet still can't hit a shot. 2 of 8 from the floor for 7 points, but still, big win for Rockets Nation. Let's do an NBA Australia approved performance of the bloody night.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
There's three very obvious ones. The ones that scored the most for their teams in the wins. Donnie Mitchell, 36-6. But the daggers all came when they fucking needed them. Seriously, 22nd half points. He crushed it up against Davion, which was fantastic. He's going to pop up again later. Jaylen Brown, absolutely unreal in Tatum's absence. So great job by JB there again. That's just what he does sometimes. It's nice. It's a nice little reminder. He's like, yeah, guess who won fucking finals MVP, dickhead? Me. And Jalen Green, as I said, I think he's my winner today because they needed to win this game. You can't go down 2-0 at home to start the playoffs, can you? We saw it with the Lakers yesterday, and my favorite thing, big Jim, silly, big fucking, I don't know, rules. What did we say the other day? If you lose by 51, Jim can't back you ever again until you beat the other team by 51, essentially. And also, the home team in game 2, if they lose game 1, you've got to back them every time. It worked this time around. So 8 of 18 from downtown for Jalen Green. Huge stuff. He shot 13 of 25 from the floor. So he's gone 5 of 7 on twos. He was attacking the bucket. He had 3 steals, 38, 4, and 6. He was unreal. Love that for him. How about Spud of the night, though? Spud, 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 it is Spud of the night. Spud of the night, the notorious KCP. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He is just stealing money from the coffers of Amway at this point. That's the owners of the Orlando Magic. 1 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 8 from downtown. 0 of 8! All they need is someone who can hit fucking threes, and that's what he's being paid to do, and he can't. It is brutal. As I think I tweeted this out, didn't I? It's like, if you need a good argument for why Nikola Jokic should always be the MVP, just look at how the careers of the notorious KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Bruce Brown, Bones Highland, how have those dudes gone outside of Jokic's orbit? The answer is not fucking great because he's awesome. So, yeah, KCP had a bit of a rough one. Gui Santos had a very rough start to his game. 2 points in 5 minutes and 4 fouls. Fucking hell. And, of course, 0 of 5 for Pods as he was busy probably shitting his brains out with a bit of... And, look, I would not ever begrudge anyone with fucking food poisoning for not playing a game of basketball because that is the last thing you would be wanting to do, right? It's just... Come on, you just want to be just fucking on the porcelain throne the rest of the time and just go, yeah, fucking boys, you got this without me, don't you? Fuck that. Jesus. So good on him. That's just, yeah, unfortunately went 0 of 5 though. So, yeah. 0 of 5 from the floor. Crushed it on the twos, no doubt. All right. Sure. Good one, Jim. Who's old mate, no mates?
Old mate, no mates.
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 Who's got no mates today? Joey Muzz, when the zinger is out there with blood fucking pouring from his skull. Joey Muzz is like, oh, bro, I fucking like watching him bleed on the court, bro. I think it's fucking important, bro. And then he comes back and does his fucking job, man. It's fucking sick as. I'm going to invite him around to my house to watch the town. I made the second half of that quote up, but you know he was thinking it, right? That's exactly what he does. What is it with Joey? I'm going to talk about this in the NRs, but Joey Muzz, you can dial it back a fucking little bit. It was cool, though. Fucking everyone lost their minds. Obviously, old mate, no mates as well. Johnny Kuminga's got to be like, why the fuck is Pat Spencer out there? And like, he's getting minutes, and I have like, it takes 2 of our dudes going down for me to get out there. Joey Kuminga, what did he do to Steve Kerr? Did he point out to Steve Kerr that you probably shouldn't have called your son Nicholas? Because maybe that's what would have happened. Anyway, pantsing of the night. Oh, did you see the block from Jabari Smith Jr. on Quentin Post? It's like, yeah, Quentin Post hit a bunch of threes. Did not hit a 2 because Jabari Smith went, no, white guy. Bang. That was awesome. Finally, better than Bronny James.
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. We're coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. Davion Mitchell was so fucking good again. As a starter, he goes 7 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 18 points, 6 assists, only 2 turnovers, a steal, a rebound, 7 of 9 shooting. He was... And I think this is, like I've talked about this before. It's so weird that he bounces around and then finally finds a bit of a groove in fucking Miami of all places, because of course he does. And then they go, hang on a second, I think he's good. And they start him, and guess what? He's still fucking good. I love me some Davion Mitchell. That was unreal. And he was better than Bronny James, Ben Simmons, and Lonzo Ball today. All right, let's take a quick break. Come back with some yeah-nahs right after this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Darryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA Australia.
You listen to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're listening to
Australia.
NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
All right, let's do some yeah-nahs. Got some good ones from some listeners as well, but as we usually do, the losers from today. Hey, are the Warriors cooked without Jimmy Butler? Yeah, nah, fuck yes. You saw them all year without him. Until they got him, they were shit. They get him, they're good. They are, if he misses a game, it puts them behind the 8 ball in a horrifying way. It's just, you think about all the perimeter dudes on that Houston team, without Jimmy Butler to take so much of the focus away from Steph, the Warriors offense is just, as you saw today, what did they manage? Like 85 fucking points? 94, sorry. That cut him a bit short. 94 points. It was just brutal without him out there. So, yeah, it makes it a lot easier just to tee off on Steph. Orlando Dunskies. Yeah, nah. Yeah, they were done after game 1. This Boston team is way too fucking good. And I don't know, just imagine if Orlando had a point guard. I'm just gonna keep fucking saying it. And then the other one, does Miami have a shot at winning one of these 2 games at home in the next couple of games? Yeah, nah, yes. They're good-ish. And they will keep pushing the Cavs, but Cleveland was so good. And this is what I hit on earlier, right, in this game wrap. I was pretty impressed by, despite sort of just laying down, letting the Heat get all the way back into that game, the way they steadied, and then gave him the old fucking counterpunch, went, all right, piss off, idiots, we're going to win this by 9, was kind of good. And you can kind of need those sort of moments to really wake you up. So maybe Miami actually gets steamrolled in the next 2 games down in Miami. I'm just saying, because you might have poked the bear. Anthony G sent in a good one. Joey Muzz tries too hard to be weird. And I kind of hit on this earlier, and yeah, nah, I mean, I love it, because he's Anthony G. Joe tries too hard to be a weirdo. It's still entertaining, though. That's it. He does try probably a little bit too hard to where he's obviously playing it up a bit. It is wildly entertaining, though. I fucking love Joey Muzz now because he's just like, fuck it. I'm going to lean into how much of a weird bastard I can be. Hey, who wants to watch The Town with me every second day? Now we're going to watch The Accountant 2 every second. That's my new favorite movie, he reckons. Oh, man, I fucking love any movie with my bro Ben Affleck in it, bro. He is the fucking best actor I've ever seen, man. And if you want to talk to me about fucking Batman, man, I'm fucking right there. He is the best Batman too. Anyway, Joey Muzz, definitely trying a little bit too hard, but it's still fucking wildly fun. And to be honest, we need more coaches like that. I kind of love it. So good stuff at Anthony G. Jez Oz sent in a bunch. We might save a couple of other ones for probably tomorrow, when I'll be a bit pushed for time, when the kids are here and stuff. Anyway, number 1. First off, he says, loving Dabble. Been doing pretty well, copying the NBA picks and loving the actual cashback instead of bonus bets. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Just saying. Go check out all the picks over at Dabble. Weird day today. We had some like over-under stuff that smashed and some unders that were just like, oh, God, you're breaking my heart here, Houston, Golden State. But either way, go find it all over at Dabble. Use that code NBA Australia, of course. We'll get to that when we talk about the picks. Number 1 from Jez. The Magic should sign CP3 to be a playing coach for Anthony Black. Yeah, nah. Yes. I fucking said this like at the start of last offseason. He's the perfect dude that they need to go get. And throughout this season, like with Suggs there, it was a little bit okay, but they still need a setup dude. And we've seen this year Stephon Castle being subjected to a full year of a full scholarship at Chris Paul's University School for Good Point Guardery, and he was fan-fucking-tastic. Let's get Anthony Black enrolled. Bring Chris Paul to Orlando. Let's make it happen. come the fuck on. They've got De'Aaron Fox there now in San Antonio. They don't really need him. Let's all be honest. Come on. Get him to fucking Orlando. Just Orlando trying to muddy through that was always a fucking just shit show, and it annoys me. Can you tell? Number 2, the KD to Boston rumors are intriguing as they are far-fetched. Yeah, nah. The fans don't want him. He doesn't fit the team makeup unless they move the zinger, and he's the wrong shade of white. Yeah, nah. No, KD in Boston, I think that rumor flew the coop after he left Golden State and went to Brooklyn instead. I still reckon him going to Houston and them just going, here, Phoenix, here's a bunch of draft picks, is probably a good idea. Going back to the Warriors would be pretty funny. I still reckon, like, adding him on Memphis is just still, kissing fingers emoji. But then, of course, like, he'll end up in Miami or something because Miami always sort of do that shit. Anyway, and last one, I reckon, this is a good one. The last one for now, we'll save a couple. Actually, we might save this one for tomorrow as well, but there's a couple of other good ones here. I'd love to see Atlanta trade Trey, strip the roster and build around Dyson, Ricochet, and Jalen Johnson. Yeah, nah, fuck yes. I would love to see that. Trey's, he's like the face of the team. Yeah, the team that's not won shit. You made one Eastern Conference Finals a bunch of years ago as fucking Philly completely combusted. That's not even really because of you. Anyway, the problem is I think everyone sort of keyed in onto Trey and what he is and isn't. And I don't know if you're going to get a giant return. But, I mean, they traded DeJounte. They got Dyson. Massive win there. The problem is they've now fired their GM. Who knows what's going to happen there in Atlanta? It's a bit weird, a bit janky. He also adds, 100% agree about challenges. They are ruining sport. The best part is the human element, and we need to learn to accept that as part of the game. Swings and roundabouts, Jim. Swings and bloody roundabouts. Yeah, nah, fuck yes. This is my Outback Takehouse from a couple of days ago. I reckon actually just fuck replays off completely. I've now just gotten to the point I'm like, I just do not care. Just move the fuck on. Like it's just fucking, it takes so much time. Just get it done. Fuck off. Anyway, unpopular opinion of the day.
Now look at me, please. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. It is a bit unpopular, but I feel like this Fred VanVleet sort of situation in Houston, I still fucking love him there. Like all I've heard all fucking year, I just don't know about if he's your fucking go-to dude. It's the perfect foil for Jalen Green, right? When you got vets there, this is their job to take the pressure off the likes of Jalen Green. And then in a game like this, just go, Jalen Green, kick some ass and take some names. And Jalen Green's like, oh yeah, I can fucking do this. It lowers your sort of like exposure to risk, I feel like, having a Fred VanVleet. Because you're hoping that the other dudes are like growing and getting better and better and better each game. And then when they actually come through, you're like, aha, see, it worked. The problem was the last game where he was shit and Jalen Green was shit. And you're like, oh, they just got their heads kicked in. So I still love Fred VanVleet on this Rockets team. And I kind of think the unpopular opinion is that I still kind of think that's going to work out and they can definitely make some fucking noise. I think I eventually took Houston in 7, didn't I, in this series? Let's have a look at my predictions. There they are. Houston 4-3, yeah. And without Jimmy Butler, that gets a lot more fraught for the Warriors. All right, Outback Takehouse. Outback Takehouse. It's Thursday at Outback, and you know what that means? Oh, yeah. 2 for 1 blooming onions. That's right. I never got down to the Airstream trailer and fucking lawn to ask those bastards, what the bloody hell is a blooming onion? Can you explain it to me and give me one for free? Because I'm the bloke from NBA Straya. I just ran out of time. So, 2 for 1 only at Outback, because apparently some sort of deep fried onion made to look like a flower. Go fucking figure out how that is Aussie, because I got nothing. Only at Outback. And today's Flame Grill take is, if Steven Adams doesn't want to get hacked in Adams, all Steven Adams, bro, needs to do is bring his family to these games the same way that Nikola Jokic brought his brothers to games. Let's see Steve Kerr go hacking Adams when you've got fucking 19 giant Kiwis in the crowd. Only at Outback. Now, I think I tweeted this one out. You can't tell me if you have an entire row of giant fucking Kiwis going, oh, bro, don't try that again, eh? We might have a problem, you and I. Bro, hey, I see what you're doing there. Just constantly. If you got fucking 18 of them, no one's going to hack an atom. So I'm just saying, let our big man cook. All right. We can probably just go straight into the Australian Player Watch. So because of all of our Aussies today, they all did not play coach's decisions. So that was obviously no Luke Travers for the Cavs. Didn't dress for that Heat game, obviously, as one of the low men on the totem poles. And then Jock Landale did not play coach's decision due to his right knee contusion. So even as it got a little bit squirrely in the last 2 minutes and they emptied the bench, Ime went, let's just let you rest, Jock. And Jock's like, okay, big fella, which checks out. All right, so there you go. That's literally all the Aussies in action today. Obviously no Taron Armstrong for the Warriors either. Though, to be honest, in a game like this and without Jimmy Butler and without Pods, Pat Spencer had 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. So he was up for better than Lonzo Ball, but Davion Mitchell was fucking fantastic. You can't tell me that Taron Armstrong's not better than Gui Santos. Just saying. Or Braxton Key. What are we doing here? Come on, Steve Kerr. Stop hating Aussies. All right. Let's do a great moment in NBA Australia stat history, shall we? Because it was a fun one today. And I'm like, yeah, let's just bloody well do it. It's so weird pressing the buttons from up here because I don't know where they all are. Right, let's do it.
Great moments in NBA Straya stat history.
All right. This is a fun one because 9 years ago today, this is a bit of an NBA Straya story time, but not really. It was just really fitting to see the Warriors and Rockets play again on April 24. They played a playoff game today, essentially, I assume, in honour of Andrew Bogut taking on Dwight Howard and the Rockets on this day exactly 9 years ago. It was a day where Andy Bogut put up 6 points, 7 rebounds and 2 assists and fouled out in only 14 minutes. Probably due to the refs being intimidated by his extremely bulking beard. It's a bit of hashtag NBA Australia story time for her because this is it. Bogey goes in and they're playing this insane, playoff series at this point, having a crack, and boom. Obviously the Rockets, they'd eventually knock the Rockets over. But Bogues got fucking fouled out in 14 minutes. You know how hard that is? Especially when you got fucking Monty Eunice and fucking Dwight Howard on the other side. 2016. Pretty crazy. But great stuff by Bogues. That's a bit of an NBA Australia stat history. Great moment. How about a Kiwi corner, though, for the big Steven Adams, bro? What do you reckon, bro? Oh, bro. I feel pretty good, eh? He was pretty bloody handy today as well, was big Steven Adams. 17 minutes. He had 1 point, 3 rebounds, 1 steal and 1 block. Didn't even take a shot from the floor. So he went 1 or 2 at the free throw line when they tried to hack in at us. And he went, oh, bro, that's pretty sweet, has it? But unfortunately for you, I'll hit one of these 2 free throws, and also I might fight all of you. He also got out there in game 1 for 20 minutes. He had 6 points and 12 rebounds, which is just massive. Good on him. 6 points, 12 rebounds, 3 or 4 from the floor in that one. He did go 0 of 2 from the free throw line, though, in that game. So there you go. That's a bit of Kiwi corner. Right. What about the Paddy Mills Game Day Baller Game Day Twitter check-in for today? Oh, yeah. Paddy's out there doing great work, I reckon. Let's do it. That is like a Clippers and Intuit Dome hype reel that he shared, and it's fucking sick. So I'm kind of all about that one. On you, Paddy. He also had another good one where the message is loud as clear, and also he had another one pumping up one of his teammates, Nick Batum, going, I was a day one baller for you, brother. Day one baller. He's just out there backing his mate. It's just bloody nice. Paddy Mills, what a legend. All right, let's do some game previews. Game previews. Thanks, Inadvertent Pain. Not a problem, Jim. How's it all going? Oh, yeah, not bad. Be a little bit better if we'd covered the over in that fucking Golden State Houston game where they just decided to score no points in the last 3 minutes. You jerks. Anyway. Other Otherwise, we went 2 or 3 on the picks again today. That's what we did yesterday. So we are back up to about 60% for the playoffs, which is awesome. Feeling pretty bloody good. Now, tomorrow is a fascinating day because I'll tell you what, Knicks Pistons is just absolutely, it's just brutal. Right? Pistons win game 2. Knicks are in absolute desperation mode. Does that help them win this game? I kind of think yes. But by the same token, remember, the Detroit Pistons, it took a 21-0 run in Game 1 for the Knickerbockers to get over them in Game 1. The Pistons win Game 2. And here we are in Game 3, back in Detroit. It is such a hard, annoying fucking pick. But Jim, you've loved the Pistons all year. I have. I also think the Knicks are a substantially better team. The problem is the way they used Cat in Game 2 really worries you, and I think he bounces back, and I think that's where I land, right? I think the Pistons will be so fucking hyped to have a home playoff game that it'll be a really, really awesome, hypey crowd. They'll be all absolutely up and about, and the Knicks will just give them the old clamps, just a little bit. So I think the Knicks get that one, -1.5. I don't want to pick them, but I will. I think they get back up in this series 2-1 and retake home court advantage. But this is an awesome series. Let's go. Like Pistons, God bless your cotton socks. Put up a fight. That's what I want to see. But I'll take the Knicks -1.5. Then we go to Memphis. And as I said, if you lose by 51 points in a playoff series, I'm no longer allowed to take you against the line, no matter what, until you go out and cover it and win a game. And the Thunder are still 9.5-point favorites against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And I don't care. I'm going OKC because all they've done all season is kick the absolute living fuck out of the Grizzlies. They've played them 6 times already this season. They have won all 6. They've outscored them by 24, 13, 17, 21, 51, and 19 fucking points. I'm going to take Oklahoma City again, -9.5. I learned my lesson from Game 2. Until the Grizzlies prove otherwise, fuck them. But seriously, 24, 13, 17, 21, 51, and 19-point margins against this same team all season. The lowest amount OKC have scored against him is 118. So we might go the over as well, just saying. OKC though. And then finally, Clippers hosting Denver in the best series of this first round of the playoffs. By far. Lakers, Minnesota might get there as well, but Clippers, Denver is 1-1 heading back to LA. They go to the Intuit Dome. The Nuggets of only a couple of days rest again. Or, 1 day rest. This is a fascinating matchup. I am loving it. LA comes home. You have the Dome. You've got the Wall. They're 5.5-point favorites here, the Clippers. And as I've sort of said, I love them in Game 2. Absolutely fucking love them. That said, I kind of like Denver to cover the +5.5 in Game 3. I might change my tune by tomorrow morning when we do the preview, the game preview playoffs in a minute video. But the way I'm sort of reading it at this point is that if Jamal Murray if he's over his sickness and he actually has a decent game, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Jokic, they've defended Jokic really, really well. The Clippers hit a fuck ton of shots in Game 2. They were fantastic. Kawhi was absolutely unstoppable. If that just flattens out even a little bit, I don't mind the Nuggets' ability to actually keep this one really close. I think the Clippers could still win, but I think we get like a 98-94 sort of game maybe, and I'll go the Nuggets +5.5 for the moment. I might change my tune by tomorrow morning, so make sure you're watching that video. And of course, go follow all those picks because we pump out a bunch of them over at the old Dabble. That's right. Use the code NBA Straya. Tell them Jim sent you. Click on the link to sign up in the show description or in the link in our bio or underneath, I think, the tweet each day where we do the video. So if you haven't signed up and if you're feeling interested in it and just have to have a look, go nuts, check it out. Appreciate you. Got to keep this pirate ship afloat somehow. Look at me, I'm standing up in my bloody studio. Come on. I can't afford a chair. Anyway, so go to Dabble, check it all out. Use that code NBA Australia. Sign up using the link in the show description. Go nuts. But that's it for today. What a fun day of NBA basketball it was, I'll tell you. That was awesome. So we will, of course, be back on deck tomorrow. Despite it being a public holiday, I'll still jump on and do a show because we've got 3 games to wrap up tomorrow and we've got a full weekend to lay out in front of you as well. So we'll do a Friday show, full kit and caboodle for you. That'll be fun. That'll be some nice weekend listening for you. But those 3 games tomorrow are rippers. Knicks Detroit, unreal. OKC Memphis, what the fuck is going to happen there? And Denver Clippers, jeez. It keeps on giving. So make sure you're still following NBA Straya on Twitter, Facey, IG, TikTok, and of course YouTube. Jump in the comments. Go check out the new studio, space-ish kind of looking stuff. Tell us what you reckon. Is it weird? Should I be sitting down again? I actually don't mind this sort of standing up gear. Maybe we'll tweak it a little bit more, but either way. Get around NFL Australia with myself and Gaz. We've got the draft coming up, of course. Check a rating, review on your Apple Podcast, your Spotify, your YouTube, whatever app you use on your Android phone. Look, that's all I ask. Rate, review, star, subscribe, do all that. Comment. If you haven't commented, jump in the comments. Go, oh, Jim does a job. He's standing up. Good on you, Jim, for standing. Considering how fucked my left foot is, that's not bad, I'm just saying. Big thanks always go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song, as well as to House Hatch, Joshua De Laurentiis, Fascinated Gold Mines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sex Shadow, Green, and Doze is there behind all the tunes you hear. Smash them all on Facey, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. Remember, NBA Australia supports Australian bands. And I'll tell you what, let's go drink some tins. It's a public holiday eve. Hell yeah. It's one of the great ones too. So, we'll be back tomorrow, despite it being Anzac Day. So we'll catch you then, you dickheads. This is NBA Australia saying, look after yourselves, would ya? And later, hoes. G'day, legends. Your mate Jim from NBA Australia here. That's right, I'm doing a thing at the end of the show. In the business, we call it a thing at the end of the show, I guess. I don't know. Either way, all I'm just saying is just make sure you're rating, reviewing, starring, subscribing across all of the apps that you use for NBA Australia. Jump in the comments, give us a shout. We'll bang you in the air, nahs. Any other questions? I'll have a crack. I've got nothing better to do, basically. Also, just ask any questions, tell me what you want to hear from the show, and sing out and let us know. And of course, if you want to help support the show, jump on the old Dabble, use that code NBA Australia, click on the link that's in the show description or on the socials. It goes up whenever I do the morning vibes, etc. So, if that's your thing, jump on there, use that code NBA Australia, and remember, look after yourselves, would you?